Okay, we're filming day 271. I thought that the last video I made yesterday is gonna get a lot of views because it's like a milestone, day 270. Today is October 14th, so I think by November 14th it's gonna be 300 days officially, and okay, so it's gonna be like um 15 plus 345 days by the end of this year. So as you can see, like, we missed a lot of days in combined, like 20-30 days, something like that. During this year I got sick a couple of times, and yeah, I mean, I didn't want to record these horrible videos. Anyway, Shesh, there was a rough day. The first half of the day since I woke up and before I went to the college, I spent working on one of my projects of mine. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you instead of just talking. Let me open this project. I was building it to get a bigger portfolio, obviously to get a tech job, but Alhamdulillah, today I received a message from a guy I kind of, like, connected with, I would say. Yeah, I think that's the right word to say. I mean, I didn't get a job offer as a developer. He asked me if I have to get a job as a developer in, like, I want to get job in tech, right? So, like, do you really do you like consider only this kind of technical jobs, developing jobs? I guess he wants, and I said no. Like, I genuinely just need a job, and I'm gonna tell you what have happened the next half of the day if I'm not gonna forget, which just made me like go like yes, fully 100% in, because I was actually, after I went to the college, okay, the first half of the day I was coding, as you can see right here. I guess, let me open the project specifically. I'm gonna close this tab. Don't say, oh, I clicked don't save. Wow. Okay. So much work. I just deleted everything probably. Okay. This is the project I was building. It's pretty small. There is not that many things out there. I'm gonna show you in action. I'm gonna run the project. Give me a second. Okay, so it's live, it's working. I don't know if you can see it, but it's basically a expense tracker. Not that complex, nothing fancy. But I was using my notepad for this thing. So you basically go ahead and say, like, you spent, or you made, like, let's say $100 today, right? So you press income. Okay, something went wrong. And yeah, as you can see, this thing pops up. Bro, I mean, I was stuck on this project for weeks. Okay, so the last commit I made, it's like 2 to 3 weeks ago, something like that. Not 3 weeks, but I think like 1 or 2 weeks ago. And I just screwed that. I deleted everything because I was stuck, because I was perfectionizing how it should look and how it should function and how complex, I think that's the right word to say, complex and how many functions it should have and how it should work and how the animation should work and all that garbage basically. As you can see, bro, it's just only one page. I deleted everything except that. I just focus specifically on one task and one function. You have an income, you input the number, you press income, it adds up the number. If you have expense, it should, record that you made an expense and at the same time delete from the overall balance you have the expenses which you spent money on. That's it. You know what I mean? And I am feeling so much better right now about this project and so much more optimistic, alhamdulillah. I was like avoiding this thing and working on this thing because I was stuck. I got stuck. I was stuck in a situation where I didn't know how to do and how to deal a certain function, a certain animation or something like that. And I just kept avoiding working on this project via saying I have to work on agency's website, I have to work on something else, I have to work on this, I have to work on that. Whereas I had a real project sitting there waiting for me all this time. So you might be saying, what about regarding, like agency and becoming a millionaire? Okay, we have good news, I guess, inshallah. The good news is that, I have this day, this job offer, and I hope, inshallah, I'm gonna get paid. You're probably gonna get paid. I just had I mean, when I was 15, I was an intern for free. And then I think right now it's a job offer, so probably gonna get paid. And what I was saying that you see this thing called Stripe Atlas, I guess. So it costs like $500 one-time setup fee and everything included, like government fees and registration and all that stuff. And there's like $100 extra on annual after your first years, like $500 $600. And the good news is that when you have some kind of money, right, so you have a day job, even though you don't like it, even though it's not the thing you want to do for next 10 years or something like that, when you have some kind of income, you can invest into your business. You know what I mean? You can buy this kind of $500 $600 stuff, afford it for your business, for your business success. Obviously, we don't necessarily need the thing. I mean, I have Payoneer account, and I guess the first couple of clients were gonna be able to proceed securely using Payoneer, I guess. But at this point, Stripe is like a, shish, what is the right word to say? What is the right word to describe? It's like um an ego problem, you know what I mean? Like I have been striving to make the Stripe thing work for too long at this stage, for too long at this point. And I just want to make it complete. I want to complete the journey I began, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, sooner or later, we would have registered the business. So what's the matter? Like, if we're gonna do it when we are making $3,000 a month or $300,000 a month, in both of these cases, we would have had probably the same LLC, probably in UAE because we don't want to pay taxes. So it doesn't like, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. And yeah, it's gonna I was trying to set up an account, as you can see from this sidebar right here. If you ever have signed up for Stripe, you know what this thing means. It's a sign that your account is on a test mode, and I was trying to um, verify my account because I somehow managed using Payoneer to open a bank account in UAE, and still they asked me for a business details and a business phone number and a business location, all this stuff, and I just couldn't answer them because I don't have the answer. And then I made research, stumbled upon this thing. And if I would have been me 2 or 3 months ago, who is making $0 a month and all he has is hope that we're gonna close the client and we're gonna make money, I would have probably get a little depressed because, I mean, yeah, like the way, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I would probably get sad. I don't know why. But right now, I know that the situation is under my control, and even though we don't close a client necessarily, um, I think we can afford this thing, right? It's once and forever, and it's only $100 a year. It's gonna cost us $100 a year for like literally setting up an account in like United States. You know what I mean? Um, I guess it's in the United States. So Stripe at last is for United States. We're gonna make some research and digging. I guess we want to set up an UAE. Anyway, so this is what is regarding the business. We have one sales guy who is cooking, right? So I guess he has some potential leads, but I'm not sure yet. He didn't set anything for sure. Okay, so one guy is cooking. This thing is getting cooking, right? So it's preparing. Um, and I guess in a couple of months, inshallah, when I'm gonna pay my debt back to one of my friends of mine, I also have a debt of like $600, something like that. After that, I can save up a little bit to register a business, uh, and then use Stripe normally. Let's see, right? Okay, so what else we got? Yeah, the most interesting thing, I mean, this is the after I went to the college, I came back. No, actually, I had a job offer. That's the name of the game. I mean, you see that rain outside? Probably don't. Okay, you probably can see it. It's a. Okay, okay. Even if you can't see the drops, I guess you can hear the sounds of the rain. So what I wanted to say that in this raining freaking weather, I did not said, can I have a meeting with you tomorrow or anything like that. I was committed. It's like I did in the first time. You remember when I did go to my first ever day job in a photo studio? I was like, it's about showing up. Let's get up, let's get out of the couch, let's go to that place. And I did that, and thank God I did not regret. I met up with a guy, I made a lot of money, had a really nice connection, got another older brother, I guess. And he gave me an inspiration, an idea to find a job in something regarding American logistics system, like the trucks and stuff like that. So basically, it sounds fancy and it sounds complex, but the name of the game is that you only have to know English well enough to be able to communicate to English people because you're working with America. So that's it. I mean, I after that I searched for some job opportunities and I applied to one and only job. I applied to one job regarding this, American logistics system. And what happened that they hired me. Alhamdulillah. I mean, Alhamdulillah. Thank God they hired me, even if they didn't even saw me to my face or even talk to me. In the chat, they said me, come on Monday to work. And I was like, what is going on? So today is Monday. I showed up. Bro, like 30 to 40 minutes on this rainy weather after I went out of college. Shish, there was that wasn't easy. I don't know how to explain that, bro. I want it was so freezing cold and I was so exhausted that I just couldn't film in this weather because my fingers got numb and I was barely moving my body, and I just went to that location which they sent me. So I get there and I call them and they don't pick up. Eventually I left that place after I just thought that they just and not a real company, something like that. But 30 minutes later, after I have left the place, they're saying me that they're on a second floor and not on a first floor. So I basically just was looking in a wrong place, and I don't know if it's my mistake because I called them 2 or 3 times. They did not pick up. I showed up. I was on a place. I said that I'm gonna come, and I did come. I messaged them. I don't know, man. I mean, it's a very sad story to tell because, bro, like I thought that I'm gonna at least meet with them face to face, and it didn't happen. But the good news is that when I was there, waiting for them to answer, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah for everything. Right at that moment, or I guess 10 minutes earlier before I even get to that place, uh, one guy I met on LinkedIn and connected, and like he's a recruiter in one of the tech companies I respect and know about. So I just basically asked for, a junior developer advice. Like, what would you say? What would you advise? And what would you guide me to? Like something like that, like an older brother. And he sent me his Telegram, and we chat with him privately. And bro, today he said me, as I said it before, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, but I guess now it makes sense to you right now. That's why I didn't even was waiting for them to answer, because I was feeling a little scammy, one, and second, I had this opportunity in my backend, so I just said, you know, I don't want to say this word out loud, but I just left that place not giving them even a chance. Otherwise, even if I would have talked to them face to face, I guess I would have said no after that, because it's a job in tech, at least something related to tech. I guess I'm gonna be a recruiter, so basically hiring devs, or helping a main recruiter, which is this guy, helping him to recruit and hire people. So basically, at least if I'm gonna be in this environment of development, environment of programmers, and like something like that, I'm already happy, bro. Like I'm already happy, even if I'm gonna be doing a little less than I would have done in this job, logistics, whatever. I don't have to think too much about changing my job or like something like that, you know what I mean? Of course, it's not a developing job. Of course, it's not something like that. I will have to think about moving from recruiter to a developer, but man, I don't know how much is the salary yet, but I'm already excited, inshallah. Man, if the salary is gonna be like really nice, inshallah, it's gonna be so good to break out from this, you know, how much we're making, $100 to $100 a month. um, and I'm really tired. This was really energy drawing, energy whatever. I mean, 40 minutes on foot on rain, and then get back home like 40 minutes on bus, and there's students all over the place, and bus is very small. It was pretty exciting and fulfilling day. I worked on the business, I worked on my personal development, I get to the college, I was scammed for my time. I don't think they're a scammy company. You know, the matter of fact that they're not like very responsible, it doesn't mean that they're a scammy company. The guy might have just didn't check his Telegram. I don't know. Um, Still have a lot of respect to them, but I'm a little tired. I mean, right now when I'm tired and like I'm hungry, I don't have a lot of respect, but I think if I'm gonna just get over this thing and give me a little bit of time, I'm gonna probably forgive them very easily. And won't even remember this day. Won't even remember all of this suffering, all of this rain, all of this pain I went through to just get back home for nothing. You know what I mean? I paid the bus twice because I stopped on that station. I'm sorry, stopped on the station, but then have to go 30 minutes or 40 minutes until that office on foot on rain. And then I have to, thankfully there was another bus stop. And yeah, getting back home again on bus. So I think that's enough for today, man. I mean, I did a lot of things. There was a lot of, how to say that, приключения. Let me Google that. Oh yeah, I remembered. Adventures. A lot of adventures, my friend. A lot of adventures. A lot of interesting things, and don't think that I'm sad. I'm just tired, a little bit. I have to pray my last prayer for today, and maybe I will work a little bit on the agency's website because the project I was building is like almost complete, you know what I mean? I think I worked enough today on this thing. See you tomorrow.